Hello and welcome to another video. This video I'm going to be talking about how I went about building my outpost with food production of above 100,000. The first prerequisite is that you have an 8 food outpost. That's something that looks like this food outpost uh, with 8 food and 2 either wood or stone. Okay, I've already built mine up. I'll show you that now. I took an 8 foot outpost and this is what I have done to it. Okay, took a while there. Okay, so now the first stage is to have sufficient food buildings, food producing buildings. Now I have 4 relic buildings, that is 2 greenhouses and 2 conservatories, and the greenhouses have been fully upgraded. The conservatories are a bit more expensive to upgrade, so I'm taking my time. Maybe I'll do it later. And I have 16 granaries, so a total of 20 food producing buildings. Right now, my food production is at 113,000 per hour. With that, I'm able to support about 50,000 troops with no negatives. I have about 20,000 horrors and 30,000 defenses. This is just my regular troops. When I go try to play events or maybe if we have a war or something, I try to add a little more troops. But even then, I'm able to hold them comfortably without having any problems of food shortage or desertion or any such issues. Now, how to get a food production of above 100,000? Basically, as I said, first step is to have sufficient food producing buildings. Now I have 20 buildings. And the second stage comes from production bonuses. Now, when I say food production bonuses, they come from a lot of different avenues. The first one is the flour mill. The fully upgraded flour mill gives 60% uh, food production bonus. This I think most of you will already have. The second one comes from the hunting lodge, which gives 20% bonus. You need to build a hunting lodge only in your main castle and increase it to 20%, and it will give a bonus to all your outposts and your main castle. The third one comes from the coat of arms. Coat of arms is the 40% coat of arms which you can get from here. You collect enough achievement points and unlock this, and then you buy this one for rubies. I forget how much exactly I bought it for. The it says 20% here, but if you place it multiple times or you have a one big one, it gives double, so it's 40% actually. The third one comes from the monthly subscription. Not the third one, the fourth one. It gives 10% flat food production bonus to all your castles. This you can activate if you find it necessary. I don't think this 10% will affect the final outcome because I am well above 100,000. If it's possible, go ahead and activate it because it gives other advantages as well. The next one comes from having sufficient gallantry points. Gallantry points you get by attacking Berrimont castles, either Berrimont invasion or the regular Berrimont event where you attack towers to get gallantry points. Now, if you have 95,000 gallantry points, you get a 20% higher food production in the Great Empire. That includes your main castle and all your outposts. So, the next one you get 20% from here. the next food production bonus comes from VIP level 10. I get a 30% food production to my main castle. That's here. And another one in this screen, the last one, comes from the specialist, the overseer. Increases food production in all your castles and outposts. That gives a 25% increase. So all these buildings and other revenues put together, I get a total of 205% increase. That is your food production bonuses. The next bonus comes from public order. Public order comes from basically your decorations. So I have sufficient decorations to give me 62,975 points. That is about 608% boost to productivity to all buildings. If you have wood and stone producing buildings also, they get the same benefit. But since we're talking about food here, you get an additional 608%. So I get 608 from here, 205 from the other buildings and other things. So that's about 800%. The last avenue to get bonuses to your food production comes from build items. These are very significant because all this put together still won't give you 100,000 food production until you have build items. There are two types of build items which we use. The first one is the primary slot. Actually, there are three types. There are two slots. The first is the primary slot. The primary slot and the relic slot. The primary slot, you can have 15 relic or non-relic build items of this effect per castle. That is the boost it gives to base food production. I have level 24 boost to base food production. That gives about 198 food production bonus. What this does is, now normally if you take a regular conservatory, level 1 conservatory, I think if you remove this, you'll have 190 something. Okay, I'll just remove this here. Okay, you got 196 food production. That is your base food production. And all my bonuses from, productivity depends on public order, booster buildings, and other boosters. All put together, I get a total of 2,227% boost on this 196. Now I can boost this base value of 196 with these food production build items. Base food production build item number level 24. If I add it on, from 2000, the food production goes up to 10,000. Look at the difference. Okay, with this I have 394. How to get these food production build items? Level 24, I don't think they're available at any tents. No, these won't have any build items. You can get from certain events, but they won't be as high as level 24. I think you can get level 16, 18, that kind of build items you can get. Let me check in my main castle. We have an event going on now. Let's see what price they give. Okay, we're trying to open the nomad camp here. Okay, there you go. Top 100 gets you a level 16 base production food build item with 118 food production bonus. Top 50 is level 18. This is level 16, this is level 18, 138. And if you finish in the first place, you get level 20. And what I have is level 24. I actually bought mine from the Good Game Empire store. In the shop, you have a super sale option, and in that they sell you food, base food production build items. The one I showed is level 24. Right now, they have taken it up to level 28 actually. That gives you a lot more. But using level 24 is more than enough to get you above. I'm using the higher level ones in my main castle because it's more difficult to reach 100,000 in the main castle. Now going back to the outpost. So you can have 15 of those build items in one castle. So I have 15 level 24 base build items. So out of the 20 castles, I've used 15 slots for this, and the rest of the 5, I've used the regular build item, which gives a flat plus 200 food production bonus per hour. It doesn't boost your base value, rather, it just adds on to the total tally of your food production. So the 5 buildings together just give me 1000 food bonus per hour, food production per hour, sorry. And the second slot that you have is the relic slot. Now the relic slot can hold only 10 build items. At least we don't have any other. I have some empty slots, but there are no other build items that I can put into those slots right now. The premium relic food production build item is also like the 200 plus 200 to food that I just showed you over here, but this gives significantly more. A level 10 build item gives you plus 2000 food production per hour. So you can have 10 of these. I have 10 in this castle. So this build item alone, 10 of these gives me 20,000 food production per hour. And the thing is, you can take this up to level 20. And level 20 gives, I think, 3,000 food production per hour level. So the thing is, these to upgrade this, you need resources from the event called Beyond the Horizon. Now, this Beyond the Horizon event gives you all these special resources, and it's a little bit difficult. This event, I still managed to get a few. We'll talk more about this event later, and only this event gives these particular resources. There's no other source for it. So using that, I can upgrade these level 10 build items to level 20. So since I have 10 of those, right now I have 20,000 food production from that. If I'm able to increase 10 levels in each, I can take my food production up by another 10,000. So I'm already at 113,000. Just by improving this build item, I can go up to 123. I don't find the need to do it right away. So I'm using those resources in other avenues. This seems more than enough for now. Okay, that's about it. So just a small recap. Basic food buildings first in an 8 food outpost, and then you get all your bonuses from your buildings and other bonuses from events and glory, gallantry title, etc. And your public order boost, and finally your build items. The combination of all these give you food production of above 100,000. Mine, I've taken it to 113 right now. I could have stopped at 100, but I wanted to keep 50,000 troops, so that's why I've taken it up this far. You can easily take it higher by getting stronger decorations. Now, almost half the decorations in my castle are these once and future king. That gives 1000 to public order, and the other one gives 1500. Right now, there are a lot stronger decors that are available, up to 2300. No, 2600 is the highest one, I think. So, considering two of these give me 1000 plus 1500, so that's 2600 public order points from two decorations. The strongest decoration right now is 2600, so every two of these can be replaced by just one decoration. So you can imagine I'll almost double my public order points just by filling my castle with those decorations, but they're a little bit expensive and I don't find the need right now. So that's about it. This is how I went about building my 100,000 food production OP. Hope you guys can build one for yourself. and happy hunting. See you in another video. Bye.